So for me, lads, we just saw I just saw what I fully believe is one of the more disgusting things I've seen from any sports sports website talking about anything again. Complex is relatively big. I think this narrative is absolutely disgusting from them. So, Angel Wilson said what she said. It's getting to the point where enough is enough about online racism in players' face. Something needs to change is actually disgusting. And I don't necessarily have an issue with Angel Wilson saying that. Like, in a vacuum, I have no issue with her saying that. Like, she didn't say it in a way to attack another player. She didn't do any of that. She just basically said racism bad. Especially because it is a situation where it is about sports gambling. It was about sports gambling. The issue is complex. Chelsea Gray was complaining about a sports gambler. And all of a sudden, yes, you can go into nuance. Why did she wait? She's been getting, if you look at her public comments, she's been getting racist abuse from sports gamblers for the entire season, and she waited until it was right after, it is like right after they played, they got killed by the fever to do that. You can talk about all of that, and we already have discussed that topic. However, it is absolutely irresponsible to know after the fact, when it has been proven that your man was a sports gambler with no ties to fever, no ties to Caitlin Clark, and the only player that he followed was fucking Paige and was from Dallas. And I'm not blaming Paige Bueckers on that. I'll let the idiots blame Caitlin Clark for stuff she's no control over. But what I'm not going to do is become one of those idiots and blame Paige Bueckers for it. At the end of the day, an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. And using humans to push using humans that just want to play basketball, an unpopular opinion, or what should be a popular opinion, the odds that Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark as humans, the way they see the world, the way they lean politically, are probably very, very similar. They're probably very similar. Let's be very clear. Based on everything both of them have said. And I am currently trying to troll on Twitter. I am currently trolling on Twitter by tweeting a tweet from Caitlin, attributing the Caitlin Clark tweet, or Caitlin Clark quote, attributing it to Paige Bueckers, and seeing if people run with that to say Caitlin would never say that when it's a literal Caitlin Clark quote. But at the end of the day, they're trying to make this seem like a Caitlin Clark thing. At least we got Howard Mengel here. Let's hear him talking about it.
And so I want to start. There are two things at the top of this for me.
Sorry, it's on 2x speed.
And so I want to start. There are two things at the top of this for me as they relate to the Chelsea Gray incident in particular. And here's the first one. This is not one fan base or another fan base that is supercharging what is happening. I have spoken to players across this league on many different teams who are routinely getting threats, who are routinely hearing these threats. Sports gambling is central to this. And so let's just zoom out a little bit, and so we understand this is something that NBA players face.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've now got Natasha Cloud here saying they've been begging Kathy to protect them from abuse from angry sports bettors. I don't think Kathy can do anything about that. I think Kathy does not have the power to change it at the federal level. And let's be real, Americans like money too much. It's never going to be undone. And this is all message she's gotten from Parlay. I don't like the fact that Natasha Cloud randomly just goes, well, we know it's one fan base. Or it's one fan base mostly. And I'm like, why did you throw in that line? Sports bettors will bet on literally anything. I got caught into a fucking match fixing scandal in a 2K tournament I was in that I backed out because of it. I saw one guy was telling people he got in his draw was a really not favorable matchup. And he was telling people, don't bet on me, bet against me, don't bet on me, bet against me, I'm going to lose. And I literally was like, the guy running, I was like, I'm leaving this tournament. I'm not playing. I am not playing in this tournament. I was like, we're all fucked. We are all going to be fucked for this. But, yeah, like, it's a shit situation all around. But at the end of the day here, why you use Caitlin Clark, it's not her fault. But it's not her fault. Nothing's her fault. None of this is her fault. Sports gambling is not Caitlin's fault. If anything, you better believe Caitlin has been hitting her unders for 4 straight games. Caitlin Clark has absolutely gotten death threats. She's hit her unders 4 straight games. People bet on Caitlin, like the Indiana Fever, based on all Vegas odds, most of the money is put on the Indiana Fever to win, by the way. If you look at how much money in every game is being put on the Fever. Caitlin Clark's overs are being hit because people are betting on her. You better believe she's hit her unders in points and assists 4 straight games. Do you really think there's not people losing so much money on her being on that minutes restriction? No, people are losing so much. Why post pictures of AJ and Caitlin? The reason why they post pictures of AJ and Caitlin is they want it to be a situation. It says AJ referencing a situation where one of her teammates got racially abused by a sports bettor from Dallas' supporter Paige. Not Paige's fault, obviously. Why is Caitlin in this graphic? I'm pointing out the Dallas fan basically being like they have nothing to do. There is no way of tying this back to Caitlin Clark. There is no way of tying any of this, any of this can't be tied back to Caitlin. It makes zero difference, zero odds. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, it's just not great. It's just not great all around because, Caitlin's a human. They don't treat her like she's a human. But yeah, it's a pity. It is a pity, because you're looking now and it's like people are probably going to be negatively affecting her. Everything is negatively affecting her. You can see it, like she's on edge. And again, the chance of her being on edge because she's maybe not playing as well, she's on a minutes restriction, it probably is that. But I've always said this, it's really easy to ignore some stuff. It's really easy to ignore narratives. It's really easy to ignore social media. It's really easy to ignore what people are saying about you. It's easy to ignore all of that when things are going well. And I don't think after the first 8 games of her career where it wasn't going well, but there's a bit of grace there. This is the first time where things really aren't going well for Caitlin. Because Caitlin Clark, by the way, is having a really good season. A season that if it ended right now, she would be on the all WNBA second team. She absolutely would be. She would be on the all WNBA second team if the season ended today. But is trending towards not making an all WNBA team. The problem is that she has had 2 periods this year where she has not, basically for Caitlin Clark, she has to be so good that she basically has to be so good that the bullshit narratives don't overshadow the basketball. And right now, in the month of June, let's be real, until she got injured, she was so good. She was so good that it overshadowed everything. Now it isn't. She's just been pretty good. And she was good against Golden State, by the way. She was the best player for the Fever against Golden State. In the second half, sorry. She was bad in the first half. When the Fever came back into that game, she was the best player and she was the catalyst for all of us. And then she was taken off and put in out of rhythm. Her coach isn't helping her. But let's be clear, I don't personally think that these situations and these narratives help or stop until after she's as far away from that organization as Stephanie White as possible. But anyway, see you guys.